jab to the torso area, jab to the chest. Forget the head. Forget the head. You got to dig the body. Hitchins got to break him down. You got to slow down that movement. You got to push him like anything you get. Hit him in the shoulder, hit him in the side.
Coming out of retirement.
What's up? It's killing me. How you doing?
Make a great fight. No question.
Yeah.
He's going to win at the stadium. Rich Hitchins, he's looking at bigger, better things down the line. He's looking at matchups with Dave. He's looking for a fight. Instead, I think there's any chances Hitchins could be overlooking Kambosos.
He knows that. They're expecting a lot from him. So you know exactly what he's doing. Get this win, and he's going to get the fight. And you see another big name on that list. Taylor Davis, we mentioned that as well. So there's a lot of fights. These are big money fights. Lucrative fights in boxing. So they're really expecting to have big fights.
Coming up, Rich Hitchins defending his 140-pound title against the former unified champion, George Kambosos. That's coming up next.
Who does? Oh, yeah.
Ferocious effect. Ain't no way Kambosos taking anything with you.
But this is the real reason.
Be careful.
This is the big
it's a Brit. I know you guys don't like
the 100
so
IBF
make sure it's an
World
Australian before I
Champion.
saw it.
Live and exclusive on the zone around the world this Saturday night in the wonderful Madison Square Garden. Some call it a crossroads fight. The man to my right, Richards and Hitchins, the world champion, a guy from the same school as the Shakurs and the Tanks, Teofimos and all these great American young fighters. His opportunity for his biggest scout of his career, an opportunity for the homecoming after headlining in Orlando, in Las Vegas. The route has been almost perfect, but now it gets real against the man to my left, who has been there, seen it and done it all, that came to the same venue just a few years ago to dethrone Teofimo Lopez and become the undisputed world champion. The guy that went back to Australia and brought stadium fights to the region, that didn't take any easy steps, that fought Devin Haney twice, then decided to fight Lomachenko as well. A chance for Australia's potentially greatest ever fighter to cement that legacy on Saturday night and try and become a two-division world champion. A brilliant fight at a brilliant venue on the global home of boxing. The man to my left, Lou DeBello. It's been a while since we've been up here, and Lou, exactly your kind of fight, mate. Your man, George Kambosos, you've been through so much with him as well. A short drive for you to the venue, a great venue, a great fight.
Well, I commend Eddie for giving Africa something. And by the way, this kid right here, I know him as long as I know Chris Bowman. They were literally, I don't think you're barely 10 years old, at my fights, usually in a better state of credential than myself, and I never quite understood how you guys always managed that. But this guy's been living and eating and breathing boxing his whole life in this town. And Eddie, Eddie made an investment here to bring this to New York and give him this opportunity to fight the champion to my left, one of the biggest names in boxing still, a guy that is respected worldwide, the people's champion in Australia, but really a guy that's established himself as an attraction all over the world. And a lot of people, for instance, have looked past this guy, and it hasn't worked out well for them. So I'm guessing if you're ready for this one and this is your opportunity, I can tell you that I think the man to my left is going to surprise a lot of people as he has done previously in this room. But let's have a great fight. This is the kind of fight I used to love to make when I was at HBO years ago. And I have great respect for you. I wish you the best. I know what this man on my left is capable of, and I think that everyone who comes to the theater at the Garden on Saturday night is going to see a great fight. Thank you, Eddie, for putting it together.
Thanks, Lou. Let's go to the respective teams and trainers. Jim, welcome. As always, you've got that, don't take it the wrong way, but bulldog look about you in terms of you're ready. You're almost in this fight yourself. Your boy looking to make history. The same place you've done it all those, well, not too many years ago. I remember that fight week so well. You're out there, you're arguing with T.O.'s dad, you're arguing with Frank Smith. You've got that same look about you this week. You're ready for George to make history on Saturday night.
Yeah, it's great just to be back, especially with George's had success twice. And thank you to Matt Shrew and Development Team Operation Promotions, obviously team Hitchins. But yeah, I've got that bulldog about me because the simple thing is, I'm a manager and a father, and I fight for my fighters, and I work for my fighters. And George Kambosos, as much as my son, I also take care of his business. So when George Kambosos is in a fight, or any other of my fighters are in a fight, I'm a bulldog mate as well, because I go to every training camp, I see every sparring session, and literally I'm a part of the team. So right now, George is in fight mode, I'm in fight mode too. So hope Hitchins hasn't got a dad here, because I've got to think about dads, you know. So maybe we should start a dad competition, you know. I think we'll make a lot of money out of that. No, but this is great. We're here to win, and Saturday night George Kambosos is going to show the world that Madison Square Garden is his favourite home away from Australia.
You guys have been in some huge fights, and the first win against TFEMO was incredible, but this is different. 2 Division World Championships, something that you don't see many Australians accomplish, especially at this level. And you have a steel of confidence about you guys. I know you've had a great camp over in Canada as well, and you just believe this man, your son, is going to have too much for Richards and Hitchins.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, that's why we took George out of his comfort zone. Straight after the Sydney show, I already put a plan together for George to base himself in Montreal, and obviously he's training out of you know, some big gyms and some great names in Montreal. And the thing is, the sparring partners, we flew them in from across the world, and I can tell you one thing: the guys that we use to work with are a lot faster, a lot trickier, and basically have better footwork than the guy that George is going to face on Saturday night. And if George is basically handling that business, I'll tell you what, Hitchinson's going to be easy work.
Go over to the other team, Lenny. Welcome. Talk about an air of confidence from over there. You guys, I guess in your mind, I know the focus is there, but full of confidence that this man not just retained his World Championship on Saturday, but makes a big statement in doing it.
Right. I was listening to Mr. Sabella, and he was right. He's been seeing this for like quite some time. I remember we go back to the Hampton ballroom days. We used to try to get in there and deal with the band and things like that. But one of the most important things that he said was that he remembers Richard Hitchins since he was a kid. So he's been around boxing all his life. And see, a lot of people don't realize that, you know, champions not made in the ring. They made the heart, the dedication, the motivation, determination, all those things that forged the champion. They just did everything possible to prepare for this fight. And you know, I take my hat to Kambosos and his father, but and Kambosos is battle tested. This is the type of fight that we need so that we can solidify Hitchins, we can solidify things in boxing. So I believe that, and I know that as a fact, that on Saturday night, June 14th, they will be raising his hand saying, and still champion of the world, IBF champion of the world, Richards and Hitchins.
Cool. It's been great. We love it as fans and certainly as promoters as well. But this is a big stage for Richardson. I mean, he's had those opportunities, headlining in Orlando and Las Vegas as well. But this is a much bigger stage. This is the homecoming against a guy that, you know, they're both talking a lot, but there's a lot at stake. How important is it to keep this guy calm? You believe he has the temperament to perform under that pressure at the
I
weekend?
believe that talk is over. All the stuff with the guys and all the meat and everything. June 14th is the day that people are going to see who Richards and Hitchins really is. You know, they watch his fights, they look at some mistakes, but they don't realize that Hitchins always evolved in the ring, always evolved. So this is time. This is his time, this is our time, and this is Kambosos' time where he's about to be out of here. You know, like I said, I take my hat from him. So, you know, this is the type of fight that we need for the world, so he can solidify things in the world to see who Richards and Hitchins really is. Despite everything.
George, then he says it's your time to be out of there. As always, when there's an underdog, which you found yourself in that position before, the odds just start to shorten a little bit. They look at you, they look in training camp, they look at the way you're talking, they look at the opposition that you've been in with and start saying, maybe he can do this. You see yourself as a favourite going into this fight the weekend.
As you know, I love that. No fake. This is not fake stuff. I'm coming to this home. Familiar places, you know already. This is the truck. Like Lenny said, like Lenny said, talk is finished. We don't need this to talk. If the fight's sold or not, that's his problem. I'm coming here as the underdog, coming to win this fight. You've seen it before, you've seen these eyes, Lou, you've seen these eyes, and I'm here to win this fight. Whatever it takes, by any means. There is no plan B.
You know, I think there's a reason that ticket sales have picked up this week, and that I'm hoping it picks up even more. There's more interest in this fight, because one thing I know about this fight is I know this guy over here since he's a child. I actually promoted almost his entire career, the majority of it. And these are two real fighters that love boxing. They like to fight. They fight as their life, who they are. It's their lifeblood, it's what they are. One of the things I see too much of now is guys here and there, and Eddie knows some of them as I do, and we're not going to mention people, but there are people that get in that ring that don't appear to want to fight, or don't appear to love it, or want to be in there once every year, or content to fight once every 18 months. And I look at some of those guys, despite the incredible amounts of talent, and I get disappointed. Because I want to see guys that that's who they are. That's how they define themselves. If they're not fighting, if they're not getting ready to fight, they're in a gym anyway because they don't know what else to fucking do with this. And that's what it's all about. And, you know, people should come to this garden on this theater on Saturday night. Matchroom priced these tickets very affordably, actually. It's a good show down. For a lot of people I want to see. I love Terramona. He's a monster. I follow Australian boxing pretty closely. You know, Andy Cruz would fight his ass off. But in this main event, you've got two guys with a lot at stake. And both, whatever you want to say about either one of these guys, they love boxing. And they give everything to boxing. And you'll see that Saturday.
George, when you fought Tio, the talk was quite similar actually. You've got a guy that came in a little bit hot-headed as well, came to fight. You know, the first round changed everything of that fight. Do you need to fight that aggressive fight against this man? You saw maybe Lemos had a little bit of success fighting that kind of fight. You've accused Richardson of being that defensive fighter as well. You've got to stick it on him. You've got to be the man with the experience in there on Saturday. We know you can box as well. You have all the ability, but you want a dogfight on Saturday, don't you? That's what Kambosos is all about.
Look, he's the one that makes the statements. He's the one that says he's going to lock me out. He's the one that says he's going to do this and that. So we have our plans. We've worked extremely hard in training camp, and you know, so I might take a leaf out of his. He's going to run the whole fight. Have to wait and see. You know I can box. You know I can fight. You know I can dig deep down, do whatever it takes. I can be knocked down and get back up again and win a championship fight. I've seen it all at the highest level. I've been at this pinnacle for many, many years. And, you know, like I've been saying, resumes do matter in boxing. You fight the best, beat the best, you lose to the best. He's still here. This warrior is still here. Back at his favourite home ground. Do it again. Trifecta on a matchroom show. Never lost in America. Never lost on a matchroom show. And like I said, proud to be here. Proud to be here with the Bella and Eddie Hearn, my father, manager, Jim Kambosos, Roche Promotions. And like I said, Hitchins, Saturday night, the talk is done now.
I believe this fight's going to live up to all expectations. I really do. I mean, Hitchins is a hometown favourite, right? He's fighting in front of his own hometown. He's probably sick and tired hearing about, you know, stop running, you know, fight, take the fight, you know, bring it head on. And, you know, obviously that's what everybody wants to see, a good fight. And George Kambosos, we all know, is a warrior. So I honestly believe, I mean, people haven't got their tickets, go get your tickets, because you're going to see something classic on Saturday night. TC Malopez Kambosos lived up to it. A lot of people probably thought, fuck, I wish that arena was bigger and we could have all been in there, you know, 20,000. Well, I think this is going to be exactly the same. And both boys have got a lot to prove, and there's a lot moving forward for both fighters. And I believe Richardson's going to bring the fight, and George's going to bring the fight, and it's going to be a battle for the ages.
Jan Richardson, welcome. This is what you asked for, isn't it? You know, big homecoming, big name opponent, everything in front of you just 2 days out now. How you feeling? This team sound very confident over there that you believe you're going to deliver a statement on Saturday night.
First off, I just want to thank God, you know, for being here, for all this action coming true, because I know the work that I'm putting in this has been happening. He has been far beside with you. You helped save my career, and I gotta give you a personal thank you. From structure back to my career, I said it over and over. My manager, Keith Conley, my coach, Clint Wilson, who tradition, white man. That's just what I worked for my whole life, everything. I remember coming to the garden and watching Steel People and Kambosos compete, and I looked, and I said, I could be both of you guys. And slowly but surely, I said, when I get my opportunity, I'll be a world champion. I'll bring the city of the championship back to New York, because, New York had a lot of big fights through the years, but New York haven't had their own since, I want to say 8, 10 years ago, bring a championship back home and compete. And, they had somebody they could be behind, and I'm glad, I'm thankful to God that I'm that guy. As far as George Kambosos, a lot of people want to say that, when they fight me, a lot of guys game plans to go forward, hit him in the shoulder, break him down. That's every guy fucking game plan. I think that George Kambosos is at this level because obviously he's got boxing skills. That's what fucked Teofimo came at him as if he was just a regular guy. He ran into his fate. He keeps saying I'm running. I don't ever run. Saturday night I've been running from him all night long. And if he's confident in himself, they saying I'm easy work. I know for sure I'm confident in myself. I've been saying this since the face-off. I want to bet the 50,000. His dad said he got the bet, so hold up. He said, bring the money. The money's here. The money's here, hold up. The money's right here. We got 50 cash. Can we shake on it again? Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's shake on it. Would you believe in yourself? You gotta move on. Let's go.
Put your money on yourself, on your bed. Put your money on yourself. Put your money.
Put your money like already done.
Bet the fucking money, you pussy. Bet the fucking money, you pussy.
George Kambosos already put his
I already put my money on the bet. Gotta put your money on the side. It's fight.
This guy, listen.
It's fight anyway. This one I got the fight money.
Like I said, if you believe in I ain't on this because it's fucking wrong. I ain't worried about it. You got all the stuff to say.
Look, all I know one thing about you. You spent 6 weeks on the training camp thinking about 50K.
Okay.
And you know why? Because your manager negotiated a shit deal. I negotiated such a good deal that I'm taking money out of your pay-per-view, your guarantee, and bumps on seats. You know what? It's not my fault your manager didn't negotiate a deal. Get it done.
Pussy. Pussy, yeah. Put your money on the fucking bet. No, I'm betting you, pussy. I'm betting you, trying to bet you on pussy. Fucking bum. Fuck around and think out the city. Fuck around and think out the city. Y'all better boys better calm the fuck down. Y'all boys better calm. Get your ass up, brother. Smack the glass off.
He's not even certified.
Fucking bum. Fucking bum. Get it. Get it. Get it. Get it.
What we'll do is borrow the 50K. We borrowed the 50K just like you borrowed all that jewelry.
Millions over there, Jay. Good on you. I'm making millions
I'll
over
make
there.
it. Look, how many millions I make?
I'm a 7-figure fighter. I'm a 7-figure fighter.
On loan Hitchins.
I'm an 8-figure fighter.
You'll never see that again. You'll never see that again.
When I beat your ass.
You'll never see that again. So bet the fucking money.
I already bet on myself. I already bet on myself. $7.
Put the best of them.
No. Yeah, post it. No problem. Go and put your 50,000 on your spot. Is there a betting agency? Who's the betting agency? You got one? No, bet on yourself. What's wrong with you?
That's good. You borrowed it. You borrowed it to turn up with it.
Money's right here. They want to bet on you right here.
Fake money.
Now it's fake money. We're in New York. Fake jewelry. We don't do nothing fake in New York.
Fake.
It's in New York City. We don't do nothing fake.
Right.
Ain't nothing.
Fighting a real New Yorker now. Yeah, but this ain't much. No problem. Calm, collected, ready. Nothing. This ain't what you want to do. This ain't what you. And that's why I hate. You know, the whole media they try to write me off my last fight with Liam Farrell. Everybody said
He's
that.
trying to sell tickets. He's getting clout.
Everybody said I was going to lose the fight. This show you a lot of people know about boxing. And I said, now they want to make me the favorite. They should put me in an underdog dog so I can really fucking shop the world again. Guys, easy work. You're the bum. He's still enough to female fucking. Being a Mickey Bane, I was like I said, the talk is over. Whatever you want to say, no problem. I'm ready to fight right now. That ain't no problem. Don't make that way, boy. Don't make that way. At home.
We're going to a limited head-to-head up here, but before we go, final words from the two great fighters. One champion, one former undisputed champion. Richardson, I'll start with you as the champion. How do you win this fight on Saturday night?
Dominating fashion. Like I said, Saturday night, I won't be going nowhere. I'll be right in front of him. Bill Hayden want to say, don't run, get knocked the fuck out. I'll be right there in front of him all night, punch this guy. I'm going to be right there all fucking night. I worry about the whole box. This whole sport is my shit. Richardson here to take the whole fucking sport. And I'm going to make it disrespectful. This is my shit. This is my shit. This is my shit. Fuck off with y'all. This is my shit. I really hate to see your son. Put my name, take my name off that head. This is my phone. See if I'm accepting. See if I'm accepting. You know what? Put off the real one. Ain't no better shit. I went and took that shit. Ain't nobody give me no balance. Took that shit. Fuck off with y'all. This is my shit. Fuck off.
Tell him, Bill. Tell him, Bill. You're disrespecting your son. He thinks he's better than your son.
Real soon. Everybody. Give it another year.
This one thinks he's better than Lomachenko, his son, Logan, he's better than anybody.
Did your coach teach you the defense? Because Jim Kambosos just slapped him upside the head with the microphone. That's an indication.
What's up? Did I embarrass you? Did I embarrass you?
I'm in your city. I'm in your stuff here. You don't give a fuck. I'm in your city. I don't care. I'm here to get everyone. I got boys to do justice. I don't give a fuck about you. You give a fuck. Bring all your boys. Bring all your boys. Bring your boys. We got boys to do.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let me know how to be, but later on you.
You're trying to I'm right here. Yeah? Bring whatever you want.
Right. Saturday night tune-in. There will not be a head-to-head. We'll save that for the weigh-in tomorrow. But what you will get on Saturday night is a tremendous fight. The IBF World Championship live at Madison Square Garden on the zone. Before we go, one final word. Where's Bill Haney? Bill, prediction for Saturday night. Who wins?
Oh, listen, let's
Bill, cut the shit. Who wins?
You already know. Jim Kambosos. Bill.
George Over and out. We'll see you for a huge show on Saturday night.
You think there was something wrong with that defense?
All right, Sergio, that escalated pretty quickly.